Good evening, students. Welcome to our live session. Okay, so for today's session, our focus is going to be on Unit 4, discussing the content in Unit 4, as well as helping you prepare for assignment or formative assessment 1, right? As you may notice that your cameras and your mics have been muted for this session, right? That's just to ensure that there's no interruptions, but you're most welcome to type out your questions on the chat box that's available for you as well. There's a question and answer Q&A chat box as well. So if you have any questions, you can post it on the chat box. And after the session, what I'll do is I will mute you guys and you will have an opportunity to ask me, or you can type it as we go along in the chat box if there's anything you're not sure about, right? And I hope you guys can hear me. So my mic has been unmuted. So like if you can hear me, okay, I have a thumbs up. That's great. Thank you. Right. So it's really nice to see that there's students that joined on a Friday afternoon. So it's going to be a very brief session. I want to focus more on your FA1 as it is due on the 7th of September, which is next week, Thursday, right? I have uploaded the assignment document on ICANN under assignments for you. The session is also recorded, so if you have any troubles with your networks, it will be recorded and it will be uploaded. The link will be uploaded onto ICANN for you to access this recording on YouTube, right? So Unit 4 is very, very interesting. It's one of my favorites as well. It focuses on segmenting, targeting, and positioning in a modern organization, right? So it's known as the STP, which you saw in your study guide as well. Under Unit 4, the approaches, how the module of STP is used, right? Segmenting, targeting, positioning, how it is used in business, more specifically, how it is used in marketing and how it is changing the way business, strategize their marketing plans as well, or their marketing goals and objectives, right? So for Unit 4, the learning outcomes are as follows. They are very important for you because it guides you on what you need to know and understand from Unit 4. You must be able to define what are market segmentation. If I'm saying target marketing, what do I mean? And positioning as well. You need to know what are these concepts. You need to be able to discuss the various or the variables that can be used to segment markets. You need to analyze the attractiveness of market segments, formulate a positioning statement, explain why positioning is important for your competitive advantage, and you must be able to form a STP analysis. Okay? So marketing, you have to be able to apply the content you're learning. So if you have the STP model, you need to know how to apply it in a case study, in a given scenario situation, right? So what is STP in marketing? So as we know, STP, what it stands for, right? Segmentation, targeting, and positioning. It is a 3-step marketing framework. With the STP process, you segment your market, you target your customers, and you're positioning your offering to each segment as well. So effective marketing, what it does is it involves getting the right message to the right people. That's why STP marketing is a tool marketers often use to encourage or to ensure that their messaging is directed at the right audience and communicated in a way that entices them to react to the product that the business is offering. Okay, so you might also find questions like, so what does STP stand for in marketing, which we already know, right? And we know that it's a 3-step model. Okay, it is a 3-step approach or model or framework that is used in marketing as well. So with those 3 steps, with market segmentation, you have to identify basis for segmentation, right? I determine important characteristics for each segment. With market targeting, it's more specific, right? You evaluate potential and commercial attractiveness of each segment. You select one or more segments as well. Your product positioning is very, very important, because remember, you're competing with other businesses, so it's very competitive. The way you position your product in the marketplace is also very important, or your service as well. So it's developed by a detailed product positioning for selected segments, and it develops a marketing mix for each selected segment as well, right? So before we even touch on this as well, so with segmentation, for example, right? So what the marketers first must do is use marketing analytics to create specific segments, right, of a target audience based on a predetermined criteria. So the marketing department could choose to segment the audience based on demographics, geography, purchasing frequency, lifestyle characteristics like hobbies, etc. Right? Even in your study guide, you got a definition of what is segmentation, what is targeting, what is positioning. So segmentation is breaking down the markets into smaller niche markets. Now with targeting, once you have divided your audience into different segments, right, smaller markets, you'll access, or you'll be able to also assess those segments. So this is necessary in order to determine which segment would be the most profitable to your target based on the size of the segment. How are you willing, or how willing is this segment would be to purchase your product? Like say when you use targeting, right? For example, maybe your target audience is between 18 to 30 years old individual, or 30-year-old individuals, right? That's specific. You're targeting those specific age group as an example. Or maybe another example of targeting, like if using demographics, maybe you're only targeting females, or maybe it's only males, right? Or maybe it's both. So that's how you target. And with positioning, it finally involves creating, like, the right message that is used for designing, right, in the segment you have chosen. So this message, it should set your product or service apart from your competitors and push your targeted segment to purchase, right? So once you've determined the target segment, you can create just the right mixture of marketing activities to turn them into customers, right? So when you have the right audience, or firstly, what you can say is when you determine what your segment is, right? When you broke down your segments, you know what your segment is, then you target the audience that you want your product or service to be offered to, and then you position it, right? And then you have your positioning, where you position your product in such a way, or your service in such a way, that it becomes attractable and desirable, to the target audience that you want your products or service to be offered to, right? So for example, here we have Nike, right? So with Nike, they use STP marketing to reach a wide variety of customers. So what the company does is it positions itself as a sports product, and often what it also does is offers different products for different people, such as Air Force One shoes, there's Nike running shoes, or there's Nike training programs as well. So there's different products or services that they offer for different target audiences as well. Okay, here you have McDonald's. Now, McDonald's uses targeting by offering different menus, right, or different menu items for different demographics. So, for example, a teenager or student will go to McDonald's for a burger, while people who work their morning shifts might go for a breakfast meal. So this makes it easier for customers to choose what they want and makes them feel more satisfied with their meal. This way, the company can also attract a wider audience that will most likely return as customers. So, of course, if they have what the business wants, then they will return as customers. Okay. Um, so that also just sums up examples of SCP as well. The study guide explains it quite in detail, and that will give you much more information. These slides is just to help you understand STP, right? And also some of the benefits of STP. Even if you go online and you do some research, you see it can really help improve marketing communications, right? Make it more simpler, more effective. So rather than just creating generic messaging designed to appeal to a larger audience or target audience, what you do, with STP marketing, you create personalized messaging that should hopefully appeal to the niche market you have chosen to focus on. And in that, and in doing so, you result in high engagement, with the target audience and more sales converted into the marketing campaign, right? So it also really helps in benefit in marketing itself. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here. If you have any questions, like I said, yeah, please feel free to post it on the chat box as well. I'm just going to share my screen again. This time I want to take you through the FA1, the Formative Assessment 1 document as well. Okay, so are you guys able to see it? Can have a thumbs up if you are. Okay, thank you. So this document, guys, like I said, it's on ICANN. I have uploaded it today for you. It's on ICANN. Go under assignments, scroll right down. You'll see your assignment preparation document there. If you just want to access this PDF, it's on ICANN, made available to you, right? So with this document, it gives you very, very important information about your assessments, as well, more specifically assessment number 1, right? It tells you what chapters we're going to be focusing on. So for FA1, you need to know unit 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so do you have a lot of time, guys? You have 6 hours, right? It's due on the 7th of September. If you need to contact me, here's my email address as well. So even on the PDF on ICANN, if you need to contact me, you'll find my email address there. It also has the total marks for your assignment, which is out of 75. It tells you it contributes 15% towards your final mark, and it gives you the course code as well, which is very important. So guys, even with this as well, you need to take note of this, right? So the submission process, you have 2 options, right? You need to know that assignment submitted past the due date will not be marked. You can also not, you are not able to, or you should not be able to, or you cannot, I would say, allowed to email your assignments. Assignments that are emailed will not be marked. You have 2 options. You either can complete it on the ICANN portal, where you upload, as you can see here, as a PDF file, right? So you can upload as a PDF file, or you can submit the assignment on ICANN, right? Digitally, where you'll type the answers out on ICANN, right? Sometimes when you upload as a PDF, it will be incorrect format. So I would advise you complete your assignment online on ICANN, right? When the portal is open, all you do is click on it and you answer the questions, same questions as in your assignment guide. It's the same questions, and you just type your answers out. So I would suggest you do opt for option 2, right? But you can do either one. Please do not do both, right? These are just options for students that are comfortable uploading as a PDF, or students that can do it or type the answers on ICANN, right? When the portal is open, if you have your laptop, you open it on your laptop and you're able to type your answers, right? But you must only choose one option, you cannot choose both. So the structure of your assessment is very simple, as you saw your questions already in your assignment guide, which I hope you downloaded as well. So question 1 is 15 marks. It's multiple choice questions. You are required to read the question and then indicate which of the answers provided is correct. Do not rewrite the questions. Read each question carefully, thoroughly before reviewing your answer options. Read every answer option prior to choosing a final answer. So this is the format. I've given you examples here of how you can answer it. So if you are saying, for example, just say you're doing it in your PDF, right? you're typing your answers on Word and then you're going to upload as a PDF. For those of you that are doing the first option of the PDF, you write 1.1 whether it's A, B, C, or D, and then 1.2 A, B, C, or D. Okay, you follow this format as well. So question 2 is 10 marks. It's simple, it's matching column. Same here as well. So 2.1, it's A, B, C, or D, and you'll just put the alphabet with the number, which is very, very important. So you have the format on how you should type out the answer or write it out. It depends how you or which option you choose, but this is the format. Do not rewrite the question. There's no need. You put the question number, 2.1, whether it's A, B, C, or D, 2.2, whether it's A, B, C, or D, E, whatever it is, right? Then with question 26 is a short question. So it's out of 4 marks. This means that your answer needs to be clear and concise. You need to write for 4 marks. Please do not write a one-line answer and expect to get 4 marks. You need to write as the mark allocation states. So for 4 marks, you write for 4 marks. So I haven't broke it down for you here. I said 2 marks for explaining what a need is, and 2 marks you'll get for explaining what a want is. Then section B, question 27 is out of 10 marks. So here you are discussing Maslow's hierarchy of needs with a diagram and examples at each level of needs. So even in your study guide, you saw there's a diagram and you saw it's explained there with examples. That's exactly how you're gonna, get a diagram. You're gonna get a diagram, you're gonna ensure that there's examples at each level, and each level should have what it is, right? Whether it's psychological, for example, etc. Right? I can't give you all the answers, but I'm just saying at each level you should state what that level is and examples of it. But it has to be in a diagram, as your question says. It's for 10 marks, right? If you don't follow it, you're going to lose marks, right? Then after that, you have and right on the top, the essay question, which is question 28. So there is out of 31 marks. Now here you're required to apply, right, your STP model. So you're required to complete the segmentation, targeting, and positioning of the STP process for KFC. So please follow the criteria given in your assignment guide for this question. So if you saw in your assignment guide, there's a criteria for this essay question. Please follow it. What the criteria says is what you should put in your answer. Whether it's a PDF or whether you do it online, you need to follow that criteria in order to get marks for this question, right? And it's 31 marks. It carries the most mark for this assessment. So please make sure you follow the criteria that's given to you for this question. Then question 29, right? I had a lot of confusion with this question. Now the diagram, guys, I did it to help you as well. It's 5 marks. The diagram is referring to the product life cycle at different stages, which you need to label, right? So the product life cycle, if you know the stages, you know what happens at each one, right? I can't give you the answers, but you know at each stage what happens. So you label it accordingly. When it reaches the peak, what level is that? And in the start, what level is that? So you label the diagram accordingly, but of course, here you're gonna have to provide the right, the right labeling for that diagram as well. You can copy and paste the diagram and label it accordingly, whether you do it PDF or online as well, right? So that basically sums up your FA1 assessment. Okay, so like I said, it is due on the 7th. You have a lot of time, which is like 6 hours, and you should be able to complete it as well. I'm just going to stop recording here.